Hey! I
Hey,
got my little camera set up here.
it looks well. The light is good.
Is it? Okay, it's just a little wobbly. I'm so sorry. It's been a crazy day. Uh-oh.
Okay, girl. I see the girls are out, Kenya.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Not
little,
not
not much.
no, not like nipple, but like the cleavage is.
Oh,
You got.
honey, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is a direct result of a breast lift and reduction.
So you got to lift and reduced. Okay.
I did. Yes, they are sitting, honey. They are definitely sitting now.
Let me ask you this. I'm a girl with no boobs, but when you get a lift, do you have to get any kind of implant, or you can just get pulled back? Well, how does that
It
work?
depends. It depends on what result you want. Like I had already I was up to like a G. Like I had just after Brooklyn, my breasts just never stopped growing.
Right.
So it just depends. Like girls do it all the time with or without. It just depends on what you're working with and what the end result you want. But yeah, Doctor, his name online is Dr. High Dev. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area, Tennessee, if you want to travel, let me tell you, he is the bomb. Like he is so good with the boobies. Okay. All right.
Okay. One more booby question. This is a booby and mommy question. Did you breastfeed?
I did breastfeed. I breastfed for like 3 months.
And so when your breasts get bigger when you breastfeed, right? Like so or they fill out. What happens?
It depends. I mean, I think everyone is different. For me, definitely they got bigger, but I wasn't producing a whole lot of milk. Like I was struggling with the whole milk situation.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, it was, yeah, they got bigger, but again, after I stopped breastfeeding, my body went right back. Like after 3 weeks, I was like surprised. I was like, oh my God, because of my age. And I was like, oh, I don't know. But I knew I took care of myself. I knew that I had really, good abs and a good core.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, I just don't know at my age. And then at 3 weeks, I just looked down and my tummy was flat. And I was like, oh, I didn't have stretch marks. I was like, oh my God, thank
That's
the Lord.
genetics. That's genetics.
I don't know. I really just don't know. I think it was a part, like me taking care of myself, like me working out all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So after Dancing with Stars, after Dancing with the Stars, and also the kind of stuff, we need to have like a mommy talk, like a mommy and parenthood, and we need to talk about that kind of stuff because I have questions.
We do.
Yeah.
My head is spinning right now, but yes, we definitely need to do that.
Okay, so let's jump right in. If you're just joining, I am on with TV personality Kenya Moore. When I usually talk to you, we're all in the middle or the end of the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I want to talk about that. But of course, I really want to talk about Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So first of all, it's been on for 30 seasons. You watched it for a long time. As a viewer and as a fan, has that always been a goal to be on the show?
You know what? I have watched it. It's been on for 30 seasons, but about 16 years. Mm-hmm. And I've watched it from the beginning. I used to watch it with my grandmother. She's the one that introduced me to dance. And you guys, if you know anything about me, my grandmother raised me since I was like 3 days old. And she introduced me to dance. We didn't have money, so she took us to like this community center, like a free community center in Detroit. And they had the free classes, and we just kind of had to raise money for our little costumes for our recital. Like, going door to door and selling like raffle tickets or, asking for people to buy ads in the magazine or something like that. So from then I was like about 5 or 6 years old. Mm-hmm. And when I tell you, I have never been more happier than dancing. Like I love to dance. And I know you guys have seen me like play around and they would be like, oh, she's stiff, whatever. I'm like, no, I actually can dance a little bit. But my grandmother is the one who introduced me to dance, and I have just had a love for it ever since. And when Dancing with the Stars came out, I was like, oh my God, I want to do this show so badly. But it just never lined up. I've been offered to do it before, but because of my schedule or other things, it just never worked out. Because production was pushed on Real Housewives, I was like, this is the first time I'm actually going to be able to do it.
So that was going to be my second question to you. Like, how does one get on? Like, does your agent have to pitch you, or do they have to invite you? Like, what's that process like? Because I know it's not an easy show to get on.
Oh, it's not. It's so highly competitive. I think both. I think people pitch people to be on, just like with any other project. And I think people The producers have people that they want, obviously, and they have like a formula. They always have an athlete or, you know, a Disney kid or, you know, so they have like a formula when it comes to casting. So I just think the stars aligned for me this time. And I'm finally here and I'm enjoying every single minute of it. When I tell you I have never been happier, I am so happy on that dance floor. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I noticed when I would see clips or when I was watching you, first of all, we had reported that you were on it, but it slipped my mind. But your girl Candy did a live throughout the entire one episode, and I was like,
the first one, yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, like she's committed. Like this is a real friend. Like,
but she didn't know where I was going to be in the lineup, and she never asked me because I would have told her it was like toward the end because we kind of know the day before. And so when I saw that she did that, it was really great, and I was just so appreciative because she was like, obviously so supportive.
Yeah.
And I don't have a fraction of the following that she has. And for her to do that and people were excited, like her fans were excited, my fans were excited, and they all went out to vote also, you know. And I think it just really helped me a lot for the first 2 episodes because, you know, they were like back to back. They didn't send anyone home the first night. So the votes counted, but not probably as much as the second night. So that's why I think I was like really safe the first 2 nights, even though I'm not near the bottom. I was never near the bottom in the first 2 episodes. On the 3rd episode, I'm like, when they called my name, I was like, no, say what now?
Right.
What? I was like, what?
Right.
But I'm thinking like, yes, there's so many pros, real dancers in this competition, which I've never really seen a lot of prior to this season. There are at least 6 professional dancers there, or have a lot of training, you know, a lot of formal training. And I'm like, you know, I'm not going to be the best dancer there. That's a fact. Right. But I think the best dancers don't always win. You know, if you look at season, because I've watched the show so many seasons, sometimes horrible dancers win because they are so dedicated to getting better and they see their improvement and the fans vote for them. So yeah, it's been a learning curve because being at the bottom too, I'm like, I don't know how I'm here, you know. So yeah.
Well, the thing is just the thing, yeah, and that's why it's important that, and we'll talk about the voting in a second, but that's why it's important for, you know, for fans and viewers to not only watch but to be active participants and to vote. Housewives,
because you know what's interesting is that I'm trending #1 every week since the show started. I'm trending #1 on Twitter. Right. I don't know how that doesn't translate to people not voting because it's all favorable tweets. So if I'm trending at 80,000 tweets, how is that not translating to people voting? It's just a little like, I don't know what's happening. Either they're watching and not voting, or other people just have like another fan base that they're pulling from. I'm not really sure, but all of the housewives have been supporting me, like from Beverly Hills to Potomac to New Jersey. Like so many of the housewives are like rooting for me, which makes me feel amazing.
Right.
But it's also their fan base too. So I'm like, I'm just not understanding why I'm not getting the votes, because I'm not in the bottom at scoring. So why am I must be in the bottom when it comes to the votes. I mean, that's just the only thing that I could think of.
Right. But you can't get your head you can't be too, I mean, obviously it's about a numbers game, but you can't get so, I've never done this before, obviously, but you can't get so focused that it distracts you on like you enjoying yourself, you kicking ass when you get on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to.
You're right. You're 100% right. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it's like, you know, when I did my last dance, first of all, the contemporary with Moana, that is a dance I wanted to do for my daughter, because my daughter is a huge fan of Moana. I like got her little mini me costume and everything. And then I went out there and I just tried to dance my heart out. And then they dinged us on the end from a landing that had nothing to do with me, when we've seen other people trip and they gave them high score, you know, all kind of like, I don't understand what's happening here. Right. And then the second dance, which was, you know, the villain night for Disney and the Queen dance, I felt so good about that dance because it was like the first time I could get into a different character and like be really strong and be really sexy. And I was so happy that we nailed it. And then I got lower scores still. So it was a little, it can start to affect your self-esteem, but then I have to talk myself down and say, you know what? I am here for this experience to have fun, and whatever happens will happen, but I can't beat myself up about the scoring or being in the bottom, because at the end of the day, I'm still here and I'm still fabulous, honey.
Of course you are. Other housewives have done Dancing with the Stars, like Lisa Vanderpump, Nene, Lisa Rinna, Kim. Have any of those women, did they give you any suggestions or any tips on how to maneuver? Because I feel like there's some strategy, maybe.
Yeah, you know what they told me is, like, your Lisa Rinna's and your Erica Janes and your Terrell Owens. Like, I know a lot of the sort of alumni there. So they told me to basically pour your heart out, just, when you're doing your packages, like dance from your heart.
Right.
And a lot of times you'll hear the judges talk about feeling. I think if you can get them to feel something, even though you may not be the best dancer, but if you get them to feel that you just believe in everything that you're doing and why you're there, I think it goes a long way. So that was really the main piece of advice they gave me.
Okay. I just read recently that you had to dance through an injury and you thought that you almost broke one of your ribs or something like that. Can you tell me what that was about?
Oh my God, I still have it. Yeah. I have I have a contusion on 2 of my ribs. When I was in the air in the Moana dance, the last spin, when I was way, up on his shoulders, as soon as he put me down, or like right when I was up, and then it was an adjustment, I felt like my rib literally rolled over on the other rib. And I remember being in the air thinking, oh, I just broke my rib. I've never broken a bone in my life. And the feeling, like, it literally felt like my rib rolled on top of the other rib out of place. And I was like, in the air. And then when I sat down, when he put me down, I was just thinking, am I okay? And it was just, everything went so fast, I just couldn't figure it out. But I am still injured. I've been seeing the doctor. He's been giving me, treatments, and I'm patched up. I have so many injuries right now, girl. This old horse, she ain't what she used to be, this old mare. But let me tell you something. Like I said, I'm still here. But that kick is not as high. That stretch isn't as long, honey, but I'm still here.
Hilarious. So that's the physical part. I know this process in my mind has to be a lot emotionally on you. Am I right?
Oh my God. I was crying the other day in bed after that second elimination. I was just like, it just got to me. Everything just got to me. We don't have any days off. We work every day, whether it's rehearsing, whether it's blocking, whether it's taping. We basically rehearse every day. Then there are times we've had to go to Disneyland. We had to do 2 dances in a week, but we didn't get additional time. It was a lot of stress, but I'm not the only one that felt it. A lot of other people felt it. A lot of the other contestants, which we're not used to this rigorous kind of schedule.
Yeah.
And I don't know, after that night and I was saved, I just remember just like being in my bed. I just felt defeated and alone. I was just like, I don't know what's happening. But then the next day I woke up and I was like, you know what, girl, you better, pick that chin up, hold your head up high, and don't let anybody knock you off of your throne. You are a queen and you can do this. I'm the only woman of color there, and I have to represent for my sisters, okay? So I'm out here for you guys. I'm out here, for my grandmother, for my daughter, and I just want to be an example of strength, and in that strength is beauty. You know what I mean? So that's what one of my goals is here to do, is just show people you can live your dreams, and it doesn't matter how long it took you to get there, but you can make it happen, and you can just believe in yourself. And it's really just what it is about for me right now.
Right. I know this has to be really it's competitive, obviously, because it's a competition, but I was just thinking, like, you do Housewives of Atlanta, which is a little competitive, but you're used to being in the public eye. Is it any harder, or are you already prepared mentally for it, like to get in front of the world, compete, and literally be judged? Like, I don't know if that feels good. Like, is it easier or harder? Were you already prepared for this because of Housewives, or was this a completely new realm for you?
I think it's a bit of both, but I think, we're missing a little piece of being Miss USA. You know what I mean? Where I had to be judged in front of, this live audience, which in that time in the 90s reached 10, I remember the Miss Universe competition at some point was like 50 million viewers or something crazy like that. Mm-hmm. So it reminds me of being in the vein of Miss USA, where you're afraid, you know that you're being judged, but you can just be who you are and do the best that you can do. But if you believe in yourself, it really doesn't matter what the judges say about you at the end of the day when you walk away. So I think that prepared me, but also having tough skin when it comes to being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, being, a girl who has to deal with a lot of different personalities, different situations, people that don't think the same way as you, fights that, we get into verbally. And I think all of that kind of prepares you to I'm going to have some tough skin here. Like I said, I cried one night, came back, it was a different day. Okay.
Okay. So this is kind of light work for you. You're kind of mentally prepared for this.
Yeah, it was not light work because I think because the stakes for me are so high. And I remember talking to one of my best friends, and I think the issue with me is the stakes are so high for me because I want to be here so badly. Other people are just like, yeah, yes, I'm having fun, but no, I don't want to go home. So those stakes are higher, where other people are just like, oh yeah, if I go home tomorrow, whatever, we don't care. We were here. Right. But because it is a dream of mine, the stakes are higher for me.
Okay, gotcha. You were saved from the bottom two couples in double elimination.
Yeah.
So you were, I know that was a bit of surprise for you, but I do want to just jump back to the fact that it's super important for your fans to vote, or even if you're not a fan, go ahead. Honey, you're mute right now. I can't hear you. We can. Oh, okay, yeah? We can hear you now. You're good now. You're good.
You hear me? Okay. Yeah. I think that I have a lot of fans out there and people that are rooting for me, but they have to vote. And it's two ways you can vote. You can text Kenya to 21523. You can do that 10 times. Then you can go on abc.com. And I think I have all this on my Instagram profile. You can then go on abc.com and vote another 10 times. So now you have 20 votes per one person per phone. Okay. So, and here's the other thing. People on the West Coast have to vote in East Coast time when the show is live.
Oh, okay.
So if it's live at 8, it's not live at 5 on the West Coast, but they can vote on the West Coast at 5 their time because it's during the live show.
Okay.
If they wait until they see the show on TV, it's already done. It's already decided. So they have to just make sure they vote Eastern time. As soon as 8 p.m. comes on, vote. Don't wait. Don't wait to see me. Don't wait to, figure out what's going on with other couples. Just vote. Just vote 10 times. Text Kenya to 21523 and then go on abc.com and vote another 10 times.
And the show comes on Mondays, right?
Mondays live, yeah. Last week we had 2 shows, but that's very rare. It was Disney Villain and Hero Night. So this time it's just only Monday. Monday. Yes, please vote. They can go to The Kenya Moore. You can find out how to vote for me in my profile. But yeah, we got to vote. And I know Team Twirl is voting. Yes. I know they're voting. But we have to be consistent with our votes and vote every week. 1 week is not enough because after the show airs, your scores are wiped clean, and then you have to do it all over again and compete all over again.
If you're out of the country, can you vote, or it's just in the States?
Nope, just in the States.
Okay. Yeah. Last question.
Pull out those burner phones, y'all. I know y'all got those burner phones, honey. Put those burner phones out.
Last question about Dancing with the Stars. What's one thing that this entire process has taught you about yourself thus far?
Wow. Number one, I'm tougher than I think I am. I think I'm a strong person, but when it comes to my dreams and my goals, it just means so much to me as it would anyone else. But, I'm 50, and at this point, I want to live my life to the fullest and just make great decisions for myself and be happy. And so for me, knowing that that is my course in life, to be happy. That's what I choose. And I choose Dancing with the Stars to be able to be a vehicle for that. The other thing is humility, a lesson in humility, honey, because, you know, I thought I would come in, I would be fabulous, I would do a couple of twirls, girl, and then they would just be like, yes, 10, 10, 10. And when I got a 6, I was like, what? So yeah, I have had a big lesson in humility, but that only makes me want to work harder. So for me, I'm busting my ass. I was just in rehearsal today. I'm going to go back. I'm taped up. I have all kind of, I don't know if you can see, but my knee.
Oh, I see your knee. Yeah.
Got a brace on it. I have patches, a lidocaine on, back braces. I'm getting shots. It's just, I'm a mess. I'm falling apart, but honey, I'm still, like I said,
but you're still here. Okay, switching gears here. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip.
Oh my God, yes.
How's that experience?
Oh my God, amazing. Like for me, honestly, it is one of the most beautiful experiences I've had on TV. When I tell you it was fun, I know you're like, what? I'm telling you, it was fun, exciting, beautiful. It was drama, but it was like really genuine, heartfelt moments. It was getting to know a group of women that don't necessarily know you. And every one of us came in thinking, what is this one like? What is that one like? You know, and your preconceived notions about others that were there, other housewives. But then when you got to know them and you interacted, and it was like you just looked at them through your own fresh lens.
Right.
It was amazing. When I tell you, it was top of my list at one of my all-time favorite projects I've ever done.
That's interesting. For those that aren't familiar with the show, it has Kenya on there, Cynthia Bailey, Kyle Richards, Luann Decepts, Ramona Singer, Melissa Gorga. How do you say Teresa's last name?
Giudice,
Teresa Giudice. So the teaser has come out for that show, and it looks very entertaining. I saw
really
the clip.
Good. No, I'm telling you, forget about the trailer. The show is fire. I am telling you, if you don't watch it, you are missing out. That show is fire. It's one of the best shows I've ever done. I promise you.
Okay.
I promise you, it's so good.
You might have me convinced. The trailer was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. The trailer was entertaining. Out of the cast, who did you click with the most outside of Cynthia?
Wow, you know, so many of the ladies, like I can't tell you really one. Like I just clicked with so many of them on different levels. Okay. I think, you know, Melissa's like my homegirl. Like that's the girl I want to go out to the party with. That's the girl who, like, you know, we did the TikTok together. That was me and Melissa. You know, she's sexy. She's beautiful. She's got this fiery energy. And then Teresa, we bonded on like more of a, we're both villains on our show, you know, but we're really not that in real life. But, you know, but people have these opinions and they don't know you and people don't take up for you. And, you know, we just bonded on a different level. And plus, she lost so much in the last few years with her family and going to jail. And then for her to find love again, you know, I just loved seeing that change and it made me hopeful. Mm-hmm. And then you've got your, you know, Luann, who I thought was going to be really gruff and like, oh, I need my caviar, darling, honey. You know, the thread count in these sheets are just way too low for me. You know, I thought she was just going to come in there like, you know, acting like so bougie, but she didn't, you know, a little, but but not really toward me. You know what I mean? So we bonded on so many things, but she's so real. Okay. Kyle is the funniest girl you will ever hang out with ever. Like Kyle is, that's what I'm saying. What you think is going to be, forget about all of that. Watch the show. These girls brought it. When I tell you they brought it, and then it was just magical how we all interacted and how all of the, you know, issues we had, and they broke the fourth wall a lot and talked about what really goes on behind the scenes and how we felt about certain things. And how we feel about the fans, and how we feel about tweeting, and how we feel about, you know, social media. Anyway, it's amazing. Please, Ultimate Girls Trip is the bomb. When I tell you, I have chills. Like, it's that good.
Okay. I think you had me sold. I saw that you got in a little tiff with your girl Cynthia in the trailer. Are we in a? Did I make that up?
No,
No, but
I'm just like Tiff. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, that's what it looked like in the trailer. Was it that big of a deal or not?
I'm not sure what happened. Honestly, there was a moment during the filming where she just felt like, she had gotten into some of the other ladies or over a situation, and I wasn't like stepping up. But I'm like, no, when you watch it back, you will see I stepped up plenty. So it was like, we had that, but I think we got over it. But then, sometimes people don't really get over things, and it just takes them more time or whatever. But listen, that is a woman that I love, that I cherish her friendship.
Right.
And no matter what little things we go through in filming, that's not really my world. My world is a real world. And if there are real issues with my real friends, they come to me. They don't do it on TV. They don't do it in front of a camera crew. And I think that we have that kind of relationship. So whatever I think that could have happened on TV, to me, that's a TV moment. And I feel like as a sister, she would just come to me and say, okay, this is how I felt about this, even though it was on camera. So let's work this out between us. That's just how I feel.
Okay. There was also a heated moment with you and Ramona.
A heated moment? How about many heated moments? Okay. When I tell you I had to get that little heifer together, okay, I had to just let her know who she was trying to come for. It's going to be going down for the record, okay?
Okay. Is there anything else we want to talk about in terms of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip? Because I want to go on to Atlanta Housewives. I know you don't have a lot of time. So is there anything else about the Ultimate Girls Trip you want to talk about, or are we close that chapter to the next topic?
Oh, you said what? Is there anything else?
Is there anything else about that particular show? Because I want to move on to Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah, no, it's great. So it premieres on Peacock, which is NBC's streaming network, on November 18th. So guys, you'll want to binge watch it. You're not going to want to watch one episode. You're going to just keep clicking to the next, because it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to watch. Switching gears to Real Housewives of Atlanta. We love you on this show. We're glad that you're coming back. We were just talking about Cynthia. There was a cash shakeup. We broke the story. Then everyone else talked about the story. And Cynthia and I think Porsha at this point have said they're not coming back.
Yes.
Did you, Cynthia and you are close friends or are friends. Did you try to talk to Cynthia out of leaving the show? Or were you just like, I understand where you're coming from?
Well, I think it was a couple of things. I think it was kind of known that she may not have been coming back as a housewife, and then that ended up being true. Right. And I think that they ended up extending her an offer, as a friend. And then, for her to say no to that, I really respected it because, listen, she's been a great housewife for 10 or 11 seasons. She's been a voice of reason. She's beautiful to look at. Lots of very interesting relationships that she's been in and out of. But her story is very full circle in a way that is great. Like, she left on top. You got married basically 3 times on a show. And you're ending with this beautiful relationship. And I feel like that is the best way to leave a show. You know what I mean? Like, you're leaving on top. And how many times can we look back and say a housewife left while they're on top? Yeah. So I commend her for it. It was a decision she needed to make, but I think it was best for not only her but for her family. And we'll see her again. She's got other projects going. We'll see her again. It's not the last we'll see of those cheekbones, honey.
Porsha isn't coming back either. I know that you two on the show weren't necessarily friendly. Were you surprised that she decided to leave?
No, I wasn't surprised because it was like tea that I kind of knew ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Listen.
Well, wait a minute. When you heard before you heard the tea, were you surprised? We didn't hear the tea with you, so before you heard the tea, were you surprised that she was not going to come back?
No, because of the situation that she was in. Yeah, I don't think so because listen. Clearly, there was some controversy involved in how she met her now fiance and all of those things. And I think that with her having her own spinoff, it's kind of like Kim Zolciak spinoff. So in Kim Zolciak can be a villain, you know, when she's, you know, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but on her show, she can be a hero. Yeah. And I think that those things were a factor for her and the type of show that we do versus the type of show she can do on her own. So I think that you know, the best decision for her was the one that she made, and I'm happy for her. I hope that she works it out and she can continue to do things. Listen, we haven't heard the last of Porsha either, you know, right. So I wish her well.
Okay. There are rumors, and I don't know how much you're going to speak of this. There are rumors that Sheree is coming back to the show. Yeah. Sheree, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
If those rumors were true, are you happy to hear about that, or?
I love Sheree. You know what I mean? I love Sheree. She is, she's very funny. She's very honest. She does things as unexpected. And listen, I want to know about Tyrone. Okay, you gotta call Tyrone. What did she call him? Because I need to know, did she call Tyrone? Is Tyrone laid up in the house? Okay, what kind of situation is going on over there? Okay. That's what I want to know. So yes, I would be happy to see her come back because I need to see.
Yeah, I would. I forgot about him, but I remember, and there were still stories circulating about them. Would you be here for seeing Nene return to the show?
You know what, Nene, I believe is an asset to Real Housewives. As much as you know, I've fought with her or the issues that we've had with me and her personhood, and I still believe as a producer head, as a fan of the show, that there is a place for her on Real Housewives.
Okay. When we interviewed her, I interviewed her, that's essentially the same thing that she said about you. She was like, I don't like Kenya, but I mean, she didn't say it like that. I'm paraphrasing. Like she was basically like, she's good for TV. That's what I got out of it.
Right. Yeah. So you know, I feel bad. I feel bad that, you know, she lost Greg because everyone loved Greg. I left Dancing with the Stars just to fly back to his repass. And it's unfortunate what happened to him. I think he was loved by everyone. You wouldn't hear anyone say a negative thing about Greg. And that's a beautiful thing to think back on your legacy of your life, that all of these people came out to support you and they love you and you were a genuine person. And for her to lose that, I feel sorry for her because that's a great loss. And that was a man who stood by her for many years. And how many of us want that situation? No matter what was going on at home, when those cameras were up, he was like, I have my wife's back. Okay, so back off. And you have to admire a man like that.
Yeah. I'm obviously I've never, I've never lost a husband. I can't imagine, or a mate or a partner, somebody that you've been with for years. So I can't imagine going through that, you know. And he was, whenever I would see him, the sweetest, the most regular, down to earth.
So sweet, so kind, and just a gentleman, you know, and never got into women's business. Never.
No, that wasn't his thing. So you were friendly with LaToya, right?
Yes.
Were you sad to hear that she wasn't coming back? Do you think she should have came back? What's your kind of feelings about that?
Listen, I thought LaToya was good TV. I thought she was absolutely crazy, but crazy makes good TV. You know what I mean?
She was nuts. Yeah. She was nuts.
Listen, I haven't heard that she was not coming back. So we don't know what the future holds, but I think that, under the right circumstances, and if she was in a relationship and willing to show that, and we saw something different from her, I think it would be a good opportunity for her.
Yeah. Do you still speak to her?
Yeah, I speak to her. I haven't since I've been here. Just through Instagram or stuff like that. But yeah, not as extensively as I did before.
Okay. Would you have liked to see Fallon come back?
I don't think Fallon wanted to come back. You know what I mean? I think that she made it kind of clear that it was Simon who wanted to be on Real Housewives more than she wanted to be on Real Housewives. So, that's a hard call because I think that especially after some things happened, that she didn't want to come. She didn't want to come back. So if somebody doesn't want to be there, you don't want them there because it's not a good situation for them. You can come in. That's Brooklyn. She's coming home. You can come in, guys. Sorry about that.
You're fine. You're mommy. Last season, you and Marlo sort of made amends. And so that was a cool kind of situation to follow. What's your relationship like with Marlo now?
We're in a good place. You know, she doesn't know how to return phone calls, but shade. But yeah, we're in a good place. You know, Marlo is the type of person that when she is in a relationship, in a friendship with you, she definitely is for you. And
Okay.
and we were friends before, which is the weird thing, is she knew that I didn't really start that drama with her, but I understood why her feelings were hurt also, and I had to acknowledge that. So I think that, you know, I think that we're in a great place. At least right now we're in a great place. Let's see what happens when filming starts.
Okay. Okay. Is your daughter in there now?
Cheney.
Okay. Because everybody in the comments is asking for
he's
Brooklyn. Okay. Would you ever do a dating show?
Hi, baby. Oh my goodness. Hi. Oh my God. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Give me off camera.
She needs her hair combed. Say hi.
Hi, Brooklyn. Hey, girl. What's up? What you doing? You're so cute.
She's with my best friend just came in from Detroit, so she's here.
Hi, best friend.
And her son is here. Come say hi, Eric. They're all gonna be at the show on hi, baby.
Hey, how you doing? Hi.
This is my what
like your godson?
This is my godson. This is my
like
godson.
Your godson, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm almost done with you. Would you ever do a dating show?
Yes, I would. I
Okay.
would. I definitely would. You know, I'm 5 minutes away from being divorced. No, that's not going to be my story. I mean, I read the comments sometimes. No, that's not going to be the storyline for me this season. It's going to be about me getting her groove back, honey. And yes, I'm going to be happy. And I'm excited, honestly. Come on, Brookie. Get up, baby. Mommy's back hurts. Come on, get up. Sorry.
You're fine. Just a few more questions, not about Housewives, general life questions, and then I will let you go. Number one.
Okay.
Number one, what's one vice you wish you could give up?
Sugar.
Okay.
Sugar. I eat way too much sugar. I'm a sugarholic.
Okay. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, probably I'm a good mom. That I'm a good mom. Yeah.
Your biggest
that melts my heart.
Okay. Your biggest professional regret.
Ooh. I don't think I have one. I don't think I have one. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I follow my heart and my dreams. I don't think I have one.
Okay. What's one thing you've always wanted to try but are too scared to?
Diving out of a plane. Yeah, I want to do it so badly, but I'm afraid of heights, and I get over it. Like, you know, with skiing and stuff like that, I have to build myself up to like get to the top of the mountain and to go over. But yeah, I want to skydive. I want to skydive so badly. I just don't think I can ever build myself up to do it.
That's scary. Yeah. Who's the last person you text?
My dance partner Brandon from Dancing with the Stars. He's just such a cutie pie, and
he's cute.
Yeah, but he has my back, you know, and I miss that. I miss that feeling of somebody just taking care of you and being defensive and, you know, protective, I should say, protective of you, and just being a kind person. Like, I just miss that in my life. So he's giving all that, honey. He's giving all that.
Okay.
Follow him. You know, he's a good guy. He's always got positive stuff to say and do.
Okay. What's the best thing that has happened to you this year?
Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
Okay.
Dancing, living a dream, being able to live a dream, having this beautiful situation. I feel so blessed. You know what I mean? I feel blessed in my life because it could, you know, listen, with the emotional stuff that I'm going, oh, baby, I can't even pick you all the way. Shonda, come get Brooklyn, please. I can't even pick her up. Like, my ribs are killing me right now. I think with all of the negative stuff with my personal life that's happening and just not, you know, being able to sign a dotted line and go your separate ways, and someone asking for things with my house that clearly I own before you, just crazy stuff like that. I just think that when those things come up, I'm just blessed more because I also give as much as I can to other people to help them. Like with Baby Quest and giving a scholarship so other people can have a baby, because I suffer from that. You know what I mean? I just want to continue to just give love out, and hopefully I'll just continue to receive it back. That's the only thing that I really can do.
When is the last time that you read someone or cursed them out?
I can't remember. Like, I've just been so, I've just been so happy lately. Just like,
okay.
I can't think of the last time, Let me check my watch. No, I'm just kidding.
What trend in reality TV would you like to see end?
More positive Black leads in images, things like that, in reality television. More about businesses, more about how to build businesses, how to, to succeed, and also the financial world. I don't think we have shows that really highlight that too. So okay. I would just definitely want to see a little bit more of that, because I see resumes. I hire people a lot. I'm a producer and a businesswoman. Guys, I have to shout out Kenya Moore Hair Care. We're growing. We're getting ready to be in CVS in January.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, CVS, a lot of doors. So we're like, exponentially growing. And thank you to you guys for supporting me and believing in the brand. New products are coming out. It's going to be amazing. A new line. So I would like to see more about, more of that, more about women entrepreneurs helping each other, and also just teaching like internships, like something like that, where you're teaching kids financial responsibility, because a lot of our kids in these Generation Z and X and all, they have no clue about how to hold a job, how to write a check. They don't even know how to write in cursive. So it's heartbreaking. So, more about that, more about education and things like that.
Okay, and last question, what do you want your legacy to be?
What I want my what?
Legacy to be.
Oh, wow. That I was a badass, you know what I mean? That I was a queen, that I was, that I was ambitious, and that I was strong, and that kind, giving, great mom, a motivator, and inspiration. So all of those things.
Okay, perfect. So we want to reiterate that you should also, you should of course watch Dancing with the Stars on Mondays and Tuesdays, but you should vote, and you can vote 10 times via text message. You can go on the website, but if you are confused about what you can do, you can go to her Instagram page, and she can tell you, and it tells you all about how you need to vote. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you out of here?
No, just thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Thank you for voting. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for having my back online. Just thank you, Team Twirl. You are the best. I have the best fans. And thank you so much to the Jasmine brand, because you guys support me too. And I really appreciate you guys.
And thank you, Kenya, for always being supportive as well. And I've said this both, like in other interviews when people are talking to me. I'm like, I know that Kenya is the villain on, Atlanta Housewives, but you and Candy are probably one of the most kindest people. I mean, Candy's not really surprised, but you, every time I see you, you're just like, hey, how you, you're very kind. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. Sometimes I've never seen that from her. So
it's most people haven't.
But I just want to say thank you for always being supportive to us as well.
Always continue to grow, continue to shine. You're a queen, and you guys are doing amazing things.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, say bye, Brooklyn.
Bye, Brooklyn. Bye. Bye.
Hey, Brooklyn. She's so silly.